Hello everybody, my name is Luke Graham. I'm the head of research at Pi Labs, and in the next few minutes I'm going to take you through sustainably intelligent AI for a greener built world. Before I do though, as always, thank you to the people who helped us out. This really adds value to the material that we produce for you. And this paper itself, it's broken into 3 key chapters plus a bonus section at the back, Appendix 2, that you'll see at the bottom of your screen there. First, we contextualize artificial intelligence in the built environment and the history of AI and potential trajectory of it. Then in chapter 2, that's the meat of our paper. We talk there around specific use cases, current and future, being used or leveraging AI for the environmental initiatives in the built environment. And finally, we address this debate around internal versus external innovation initiatives in built environment firms. So again, chapter 1 to kick off with, there have been multiple waves of AI. DARPA classifies 3, first, second, and third wave AI. I encourage you to look into that in a little bit more depth. The most recent boom that we've seen naturally is off the back of the public launch of OpenAI's ChatGPT in the back end of 2022. And we could see that the attention around the technology has really ramped up since then. And of course, in early 23, that's when we had those I asked ChatGPT type questions. Now we're having conversations around images generated by AI, video more recently, all these sorts of things. What's the relevance to the built environment? Quite a lot. Okay, we're seeing this specifically a lot in design, in customer support. There are quite a lot of use cases broadly with generative AI. But again, our key focus with this paper was to look at the environmental footprint and how AI can address a lot of these use cases inside that subfield. So we mapped 68 use cases, and I'll show you that graphic in just a minute, but we focused on 4 use cases specifically, and we created something called a cascade model. So we have 1 use case at the design stage, 1 at construction, 1 at management, 1 at the end of life of an asset. When combined, approximately 6 gigatons of annual greenhouse gas emissions by 2030, that's the opportunity size for reducing the built environment's carbon footprint. To put that into context, that's the approximate size of America's greenhouse gas footprint, the United States. They're the world's 2nd largest emitter when you're measuring it via countries or nations, okay? Really interesting area of opportunity. It also happens to be approximately the amount that real estate, specifically current existing buildings, need to reduce their greenhouse gas footprint by 2030 in order to stay on track for the Paris Agreement, right? So massive opportunity there. The challenge is, how do you get to it, right? We have adoption challenges naturally. So this is the opportunity, not necessarily the current trajectory of the built environment. Now, we go into a bit more depth at the certain levels of the real estate value chain, say, or the stages of the real estate value chain. We look at certain companies and we get some feedback from prop tech that's actually being deployed in those stages of the value chain. And I promised you can't see the whole thing here. You'd have to go to the actual paper because of the way I've formatted this video. But this is the page, the center spread of the paper, where we look at those 68 use cases and how they are or intend to be deployed into the future. Finally, as I mentioned, third section, we get input from quite a lot of people here on the mix of internal-based initiatives versus external outsourcing, you may call it, types of initiatives for developing AI capabilities within built environment firms. We've brought in input from academics, from very established entrepreneurs as well as our founder, Faisal. So quite a lot more in here that I've skimmed over, but again, love to hear your input, love to receive your input on this paper, what you think about the use cases, areas that you think are major opportunities, and I'll see you for the next one.